Do you have a Barbara on your team and you're only using her for heals? Howdy guys, what's going on? Welcome to the video, Genshin Impact. My name is Ventus, and in this video, I'm going to show you why Barbara is now my main DPS and how you can make her charge attack delete enemy health bars. So first, I'm going to show you a mini montage of her smashing, and then a little later, I'm going to show you how you too can do it, and believe me, it's super easy. Let's get right into it.
Look, the vibe is on something mystical. I don't say shit my spirit do. Ain't no telling you what he might do. Write the songs and he real too. Trap jumping, it's a rage cage. Short circuit in the mainframe. Bet I'll be on in a minute though. I just made me a couple of centerfolds. I flip with all at the register. Could've lived it twice if I wanted to, but I cherish this, I'm on my character. I'm a problem with the predicate. See, back then I was trapped in with the padded pen to make it happen. It was at risk, but that's past tense. Now they back's pen, nigga tap in. All of these girls, man, I'm blacklist. Couldn't see me through the glasses. Took the code and I cracked the shit. Kicked the door in with the tactics. In the game, there's no practice. With the passport going up on a foreign swell, yeah, that I'm stamping. Cut the song on they dancing. Bet I turn this to a mansion. Queen say she won't fall through. She want me let her work a magic. Turn the beat into a classic. Hey, remember I was out here reckless. Don't ask me how I'm doing, but you know I'm fantastic. Money on my mind, I don't waste no time. I come from a site where you might just lose your life. I'm a new reply, trying to see the light. Aiming at the sky, wanna see how high we fly. Money on my mind.
Alright, so first you want to have Barbara use a very strong weapon to get the most bang for this setup. For this, I used the Skyward Atlas. It's a 5-star catalyst that I wish for, and it doesn't have anything specifically that helps with this setup aside for a very high attack bonus. So basically anything would work for this, like a very strong Mapamari. Mapamari is a spellbook that's crafted by the blacksmith that has Elemental Mastery as its main stat. I actually have made this catalyst twice to refine it for a bigger bonus in combat. Another thing to make sure you're on top of when trying to make Barbara hit really hard is to pay attention to her talents, specifically her normal attack, Whisper of Water. You want this as strong as you can make it because it's her normal attacks that deal the damage. To strengthen her talents, you need Guides to Freedom, and they are available on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday in their respective domains, Frosted Altar and the Biting Frost. You can and should upgrade her other talents for her healing and stuff, but if you want her to be the best DPS she can be, I personally would prioritize her normal attack over her other talents. She's gonna heal no matter what anyway. Now, once you have her weapon and talents squared away, you have to have the right gear for her. Now, reading Barbara's details, it tells you that she deals more damage if her elemental mastery is stronger, and it even suggests which elemental reaction to use with her to see better results, and that's Vaporize. More on that a little bit later, but first, her artifacts. Now, looking at her attributes, she has max HP, attack, defense, element mastery, and max stamina. Everybody has that. The two stats that you want to look at here are attack and elemental mastery. You want these as high as you can make them while maintaining artifacts that give you boost to her attack, crit rate, crit damage, and elemental mastery. Now, there are two main artifact sets that you should actively be looking for when arming Barbara for DPS role, and those are the Wandering Troop and the Instructor set. Now, either works fine. I personally use the Wandering Troop. You get the pieces from that fighting elite world bosses, that's the Regis Vines and the Hypostases, I think that's how you say it plural. Both sets have 2-piece bonus of increasing elemental mastery by 80, but the Wandering Troop increases charged attack damage by a whole 35% if the character uses a bow or a catalyst, which a catalyst is the case for Barbara. The Instructor set, meanwhile, listen to this, has a 4-piece set bonus that increases all party members' elemental mastery by 120 after using an elemental skill for the next 8 seconds. The Instructor set drops like Berserker gear used to at lower adventure ranks, but you can specifically farm it from elite bosses as well. So how do you choose which set to use first? Simple. You let the game decide for you. Look at the pieces you have after collecting the full set of each set of gear and pay attention to the stat bonuses. If you have more elemental mastery and attack on your instructor set, then use that, or vice versa. Attack is super important too, but not as important as elemental mastery. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the instructor set's 4 pieces comes with the elemental mastery boost for 8 seconds. So if you do choose to go instructor, you can look for attack and crit stats more. However, the downside to this is that your elemental attacks are going to be very time specific with very little margin for error. To get that boost to element mastery, you will only have 8 seconds. That is, if you only have instructor on one character. There is nothing in the rules that says you can put the instructor set on more than one character who use elemental attacks to get an even bigger boost, or a longer time window, or even a bounce effect where you switch between characters if both use instructor. But if you specifically want to do what I'm doing in this video, go for the Wandering Troop. My adventure rank is 40 as of the making of this video, and this Barbara is a level 70. I have her Wandering Troop set maxed out to plus 16 on 4 pieces, and for her 5th piece, it's a Maiden Set Flower maxed out to plus 16, and I use it because of its substats, Elemental Mastery, Attack, and Crit. It's actually like the perfect piece. Now, if I had a feather from another set that had these same stats but better, I would use that. Because when using random artifacts outside set bonuses, you have to look at what the stats add to the character and make sure they are relevant to the stats you're trying to increase. So once you have her gear set, you're next going to have to find the right companions for her. On my Barbara DPS team, I use Bennett, D-Luck, and Sucrose. I choose them specifically because of what they bring to the table. Bennett is literally the key to everything. I think it's so funny how they made a seemingly whack character one of the most important characters in the game for dealing damage. Bennett is a wish-for character that has an ability called Fantastic Voyage, which leaves an AoE mat on the field that heals your party members up to 70% of their full health, and once they are at 70%, or if they already were at 70% or above of their max health, they receive a bonus to their attack score that scales off of Bennett's own base attack, and however far that you have his talent for Fantastic Voyage upgraded. Now, my Bennett is a level 60 as of the making of this video, and his Fantastic Voyage talent is level 4, making his attack bonus ratio for Fantastic Voyage 70%. Now, gear for Bennett is important here too. I have him wearing pieces from the Brave set as well as the Gladiator set to raise his attack. However, listen to this, Fantastic Voyage literally states that it's his base attack bonus, base attack, not anything added with the other gear or whatever, that decides his Fantastic Voyage attack bonus to other characters. Now, if I had decent pieces of the instructor set right now that are somewhat built, I would 100% slap that on him. Now, I had to prioritize my instructor set because I only have one right now, and that's equipped to Sucrose, another wish-for character. Now, Sucrose lacks very good basic attack. Like, she sucks at it. She's trash. But she is naturally a genius at elemental mastery, especially if you have the right gear on her. Now, her attribute details tells us that she has increased damage when using Vaporize and Melt. Her passive talent, listen to this one, called Catalyst Conversion, states that when she triggers a swirl effect on enemies, other characters in your party will have their elemental mastery increased by 50 for 8 seconds. Add on the instructor 4-piece set, which adds 120 elemental mastery for all characters. You're looking at a total 170 elemental mastery boost for 8 seconds after she uses her skill. Add Bennett with his Fantastic Voyage as well. If you have him equipped with the instructor set, you get an even bigger bonus. I know that elemental mastery and attack are 2 different scores that affect 2 different things, but after careful testing to make this video, like I really was really trying to get this right, I realized that Bennett's Fantastic Voyage bonus is an integral part of this combo. So at least some portion of overall attack score boosts your overall damage for everything that you do. Now, to make this combo work, your target has to be on fire to get the Vaporize effect. This is where D-Luck comes in, or you could use Bennett for this. However, Bennett's abilities don't leave characters on fire as long as D-Luck's. Now, this next part may or may not be true, so take this advice with a grain of salt. This is just what I've personally experienced in the game, and as we know, the game doesn't just tell you everything, but I feel like if other characters have higher elemental mastery, combos will work better. So it's not just enough that D-Luck or Amber puts enemies on fire, they have to be on fire by high elemental mastery. If this is wrong and you do better, please just let us all know in the comments, but so far it seems like that is a factor, which would make sense given that the stats of the instructor set like literally erases everybody's elemental mastery, so you can do more damage. Alright, so after getting the right weapon and the right artifacts on Barbara and getting together her team and making sure they are equipped to help her hit, you have to create the conditions for her to hit hard. Now, I totally realized that Vaporize literally works better the other way around. If Pyro is the triggering element, which means wetting a target first and hitting them with Pyro to trigger the Vaporize effect. But Barbara is water, and her charge attack is like OD, so it doesn't really matter. So first, when you go to get this setup, start off with Sucrose's A Stable Anemo Hypostasis. That's her special ability. Use this on your target to create the swirl effect on the target. Even if they are not swirl affected for very long, there is still a boost from the instructor set. Next, use Bennett's Fantastic Voyage. This is key. Targets should be on fire after the Fantastic Voyage, and if they're not, slap them a couple times because Fantastic Voyage adds Pyro to your normal attack. Now, once they are on fire, switch to Barbara. Make sure she is inside of the Fantastic Voyage AoE mat and getting the boost to her attack. You'll see an animation around her of upward shooting arrows that signify she is getting boosted. Then use her charge attack on targets that are on fire and boom, huge charged attack number more often than not. I know, I get it. It sounds super complicated. Even as I'm typing this and thinking about the average person playing this game might get confused or overwhelmed by all this information, but trust me, it's not that complicated at all. It's as simple as having the right gear on your characters and using your abilities in the right order. That's it. It's super easy. Alright guys, if this video was helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, do me a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. The thumbs up tells the tale, and if you love Genshin Impact videos and you want to see more videos like this explaining stuff and about different characters, definitely subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications on, and if you have any questions or comments or concerns, just type that down in the comment section below. If it's a question, I'll do my best to try to answer it if I can, or I'll just make an entire video addressing it and letting people know, hey, this guy asked this question, so you might have this question too. I'm going to go ahead and answer it for you. Alright, and while you're here, why don't you check out one of these other great Genshin Impact videos, because I am 100% positive that at least one of these videos are going to be relevant to you and help you on your adventure rank. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Ventus SGN, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.